Hey everybody, blessings and hello to you. I hope you are doing well. I'm recording this video from my tree swing in my backyard on a cloudy fall day, September 23rd, 2024. It's Monday, and this is my second recording, but I don't know when this video is going to be posted, but this is my second Tish Talk. The first one I was discussing life. I was discussing thoughts and experiences, because I spend my days living, learning, listening, you know, and I wanted to share, what are some of the things that came to mind that I thought about or I felt or I experienced throughout that day, throughout today, But this video is going to be more of a political discussion, because like I said, I spend my day doing I spend my day living, learning, listening. So I'm a managing homeschooling mom, which I tell you all the time. I'm a millennial. I have 5 children. 4 of my children are still really, really doing the homeschool thing, where one of my children and my 18-year-old daughter is transitioning and getting ready for adulthood and independence and fighting her path, you know, her young adult path, And I am in a season right now where homeschooling and life and everything is just different because it's in a transition season. We're on a bridge. We have no idea what's going to happen in 2025. We know that this year the whole entire world, the US and the whole entire world, is just choosing their path, and they're trying very, very hard to fight for the future that they want, and we have to fight off a lot of ugliness. We have to fight off a lot of the worst of humanity, a lot of the isms, and a lot of the, you know, we have to fight for our freedom, and it's been a rough year. It's been a rough year. It's been a rough year in my life personally, and it's been a rough year in the overall collective because we have been fighting, and I know we're exhausted. In one way or the next, we're all exhausted and we're pushing, we're fighting, and we're fighting in different ways. I know I have a friend who is dealing with some medical stuff, and she had to take a break from work. I'm dealing with another family member who is dealing with issues with housing and just having some struggles there, you know. My family have been dealing with money issues, and I just know that in one way or the next, the very few people that are in my life, they're struggling in different ways, you know. And for me, along with just dealing with personal issues, trying to get my life together as best as I can under this uncertain circumstances, these uncertain times, in this transition season, um, I have also been doing everything that I can think of in my power to, again, help in the fight for democracy and amplify truth and preach to the choir so the choir can sing, and do my part as an introvert immigrant poet for Kamala. I'm an introvert immigrant poet for Kamala, and I am not going to knock on doors. I am not going to do. There's certain things that I'm not going to do, and there's certain things that I don't even know if I can do it. Because I am not a voter, and I don't know specifically what I can and cannot do as a non-voting resident of the U.S. So I just try to stay out of trouble and just be a cheerleader and, like I said, a choir preacher. So I today I got to listen to a few videos while I do my stuff. Not watch them, just listen to them. But while I do my stuff, and one of the things that I listened to was a video, because I like to listen to intuitives, or this person calls herself a spirit navigator. I like to listen to people who read energy. I like to listen to intuitives. I like to listen to people who, some people that resonate with me, not everybody, but people who do tarot, spiritual advisors. I listen to all kinds of people. I listen to political, progressive political analysis, lawyers. I listen to all kinds of people. So my the variety of knowledge that I take in comes from different areas and topics of conversation, and I believe it's all a part of the same conversation. It's just that we all listen to it and we all partake in it, and we are at different parts of the puzzle, putting the puzzle together, and I see my part, which I've told you. I see my part as a intuitive, as a young intuitive. So not a veteran or anything like that. Somebody who's an intuitive in training, who's learning the language of reading energy and speaking about spirituality and energy and what my gut, my intuition tells me as an INFJ empath, as an intuitive, right? And I'm learning how to communicate that, and sometimes it's very frustrating for me because my language isn't where I want it to be in what I'm trying to say. So something, listen to other people speak helps me to establish my language, helps me to figure out the way how to say it. And how I know that I'm on the right track is because I listen to these people. Like the person I was listening to today, I said, bingo, yes, I said that. I wrote a poem about that. That's what I've been saying, and I agree with them because I said it. I thought it, and I said it before I even heard them say it, So some of the things that I heard in her video, she was discussing karma, the karma bus. She was discussing Kamala's vision. She was discussing some of the, just answering questions and stuff like that. And I got to tell you, I take a lot of what she says with a grain of salt, as I do with everybody else. I listen, and I take what resonates with me, and what doesn't resonate with me, I just let it go. I shelf it. I don't really pay it too much attention. So, but there's some things that she said that I agree with that I want to share with you. She said that, let me see if I can figure out how to word it. It's about karma. A lot of people get upset and impatient. I hear people all the time that, talk about things. They're upset with Merrick Garland because he didn't do certain things a certain way. They're upset with this person, like maybe Biden. They're upset with Kamala because she didn't do these things. They're upset with all kinds of people for not doing things a certain way, or upset with the lawyers, or upset with the judge, upset with Judge Merchan, upset with Judge Chutkin, upset with Judge you're just upset because they're not doing it how you think they should do it, how you think they should do it, and we're upset that it feels as though Trump gets away with all this stuff, right? He gets away in the courts all the time, and we're upset that certain congressmen and certain political leaders just get away with the stuff that they do. And these people get away with gerrymandering, and they got away with, and Mitch McConnell gets away with stuff, and then, blah blah blah. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people are getting away with things all the time. I just see things a little bit differently. I also feel the frustration, but I also feel like there's this divine timing, and I've mentioned divine timing before. I feel like everything happens at the right time it's supposed to happen. Some people, I've heard somebody say, I wish that we didn't have to go through the 3 weeks that we went through. Why didn't Biden just drop out earlier, sooner? I heard somebody say that. I'm glad he didn't drop out sooner. He dropped out at the perfect timing, right? I'm happy. Those 3 weeks were torture for me. I fight like a MF to stand up for Biden. You know what I mean? I was so pissed at the media. I was so angry. I was so everything. And I'm so glad that it happened the way it happened, because it made me aware of the issues with the media, how much the media is even worse than we thought, and how uh what is the right words to say what they are, but how agenda driven, narrative driven, blah blah blah. I talk about the media all the time, so I'm not gonna waste my time on that. But it made me see the media. It made me see myself. It made me realize how much I wanted to defend and fight for Biden. And when he dropped out, I felt a sense of relief more than I felt angry, because I fight so hard for him that by the time that he chose to do it, I was weary and I didn't have anything left to be angry. And then immediately after, he endorsed Kamala, and the floodgates just opened, and the energy just flood in, and the energy and the power that came over the people, and hope, and joy, and the whole campaign, everything just changed, you know. And that was, to me, that was divine, that was spiritual, that was beyond us, that was bigger than me, that was bigger than us. And it made me realize that I do not need to carry this whole thing on my shoulder. I don't need to feel responsible for how things turn out. I just need to do the best I can. You know, I need to fight as hard as I can and do the best I can, and trust that y'all got my back, and y'all gonna do the best you can, and every single one of us are going to do the best we can to fight for what we believe in, to fight for truth, to fight for the democracy, blah blah blah, you know. And then karma, consequence, um divine timing, Mother Earth, like the whole spiritual universe is gonna do the rest, you know. And I trust that. I trust that even more than I have before. And I trust that as much as I'm being stretched and pulled, and I'm working as hard as I can and pushing as hard as I can, and going through things that I do not enjoy, that makes me very uncomfortable. Having to be braver or stronger, or believe in myself more than I've ever had to, and trust in us as a collective more than I've ever had to. And you know, I am so glad for this moment, because it is beautiful, it is powerful, and it is divine. And anyway, I don't know if I actually said what I was going to say, but she said to we have to trust. We have to trust. I would like you to hear her words the way how she said it. But we have to trust karma. And we have to start thinking that we know how accountability is going to come. You know, we think it should come in the courts. We think it should come by man's way, you know, by at our hands. But accountability is going to come in its own way, and we need to trust, because I feel like I'm seeing Trump be held accountable by the universe. Karma's a bitch, and I can see karma, like, you know, in that debate, in the crowd size stuff, in the money, all the ways in which, you know, Trump feels like a loser and feels beat down. You know, crowd side, like his language is being spoken to him, and he is getting a beating from the universe through his language, money, and crowd size, and popularity, and focus of the media, right, and energy. And that is why he is losing it. He's losing it because his language is being spoken to him. He is being held accountable by the universe in his own language, you know. And I just feel as though we just need to focus on our part, and our part is our part for the voters, the electorate. Register to vote, check your registration, talk to your people, volunteer, organize, blah blah blah. You know all this stuff. Do the things, do the work. And I'm gonna do my part as an immigrant, poet, introvert for Kamala Harris. Blessings, and thank you for listening. There's more Tish Talks to come. I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you for watching.